That's right, close, so none of my neighbors can judge me. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my garage. It's been quite a while. I think the last time we were in here is when I quit my job. Yeah, I'm leaving Porsche Langley. Left Porsche quite a while ago now, and been taking on the world of small business ownership since. Starting to find my way into having a little bit more spare time, which, well, I've already made some plans of what I'm gonna do with that time over the winter now. It looks something like that. Stay tuned. Hopefully it goes off without a hitch, which it won't, because that. Ignore that. We won't worry about that until some other time when parts come for it. Impulse buy. After a few years, we are back in my shop. I used to do a show called Days Off. Don't really know if I'm doing that anymore. I have a new project that I'm taking on, and I'm gonna bring you guys along because it's probably gonna be a lot of fun. I'll probably make some mistakes along the way, but you know what? I'm here to learn stuff and have fun with my car. This car, to be exact, my 2015 Mustang GT that I've nicknamed the Verdict. It's a 5-liter, it's got a Cobra Jet, bunch of bolt-ons. It's a lot of fun, it's been a lot of fun, but it's time to move on to the next phase, which is gonna be this thing. That is a 5.2 Voodoo with a TR3160 Tremec 6-speed transmission. I picked this up in the summertime from a friend of mine. He runs the Salvage Guys, his name is Danny. I'll put a link to his website, his Facebook pages and stuff down below. And you can hit him up if you're looking for swaps for your late model muscle cars. He does Duramax stuff, he does Subaru stuff, he does Honda stuff, Ferrari, Lamborghini, you name it, he's probably got it and you can find it. All right, so this is a 5.2 Ford Performance Voodoo with a flat plane crank. I can hear all of you whining already about vibration issues and blowing motors and snapping cranks, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. I found this motor and trans for a much better deal than you would be able to buy any sort of Ford Performance modern modular motor for and get it to Canada, especially with shipping the way it is nowadays. It came with the drive shaft, the transmission, everything has the mounts on it. All the emissions stuff is still attached to the motor, but it's going to get deleted anyways because we are putting a Cobra Jet on top of this, the Cobra Jet that is currently in the Verdict. So all this stuff going to go. I am actually going to be selling this Voodoo intake manifold. It's got a larger throttle body than the stock 5-liter Coyote. You can do this with oil pump gears, timing chain guides, and a clutch. Rev your Coyote to 8,200 RPM all day long. Not a problem. The Cobra Jet in my car, I actually have my red line set at 8,000 RPM. It's got a twin disc clutch, handles it just fine. So far, she's still running good. So some things I've already kind of prepped is I picked up an engine hoist because we're gonna need that. I got an engine stand because I actually bought that for the Subaru, my GC8 that you've probably seen. I'll insert a clip here. You've seen my GC8 somewhere on this channel. I bought this to do an engine swap with that. So I bought these two, put them together. The motor came on this pallet. The other day what I did is I tested out the hoist, lifted it onto this 1,000-pound cart so I could wheel around the garage. So I've been making a list and going over things the last few weeks on and off from work, kind of been preparing myself mentally and you know, equipment wise to get this all done. What I should have done is bought a hoist because it would have made it a lot easier, but we're gonna take this out the top without evacuating AC, without having to move the power steering and do all that. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is get the car up high on jacks, and then we're gonna kind of unbolt the motor, pull it out the top without, like we'll leave the lower accessories. I don't know if that's possible yet. We're gonna find out. If we end up having to use a hoist, I will find my way to a hoist or something. We'll do what we gotta do. I'm trying to make it so that the car has the least downtime possible. I'm not gonna start disassembling this until this is ready to go and we have kind of everything we need. So it's gonna be a lot of intermittent parts of the episode. You know, we'll be ordering parts, doing a lot of research. that kind of thing. Probably a lot of this. Boring. Okay, I'm going to start by pulling all this conflagration off of here. It's got any fluid in it? I hope not. Oh yeah, there's a little bit in there. Oh yeah. Gross. Okay. So I'm gonna try and unhook this line here. I think it's just, I'm just gonna pry that out. Completely sidelined by the fact that I can't get this fitting. Oh yeah, some goodies in there too. Let me get a bucket. Let me get a bucket. So there was in fact oil in there. Okay, so next thing I'm going to maneuver out of the way here is this main power harness. So I'm going to disconnect it from the alternator back here. Oh, broke the plastic on the alternator. Found it. I feel stupid. It was just like a really large click connection. So there, that part of the harness is out. And it's got these weird little clicky dudes. Come on now. Yank it on through. Spaghetti. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fabricate a couple of mounts for the hoist because, you know, it's a fairly large, awkward motor. So what I want to do, and there is a few guys that make mounts that kind of stick an ear up above the cylinder head so that you have a nice level point on either side to mount to. And on this side, they're right there. So I've got some stainless, I think this is 3/8, that I'm gonna make the plates to bolt to, and then just some 1/4-inch flat stock that I'm gonna make the ears that hook to the hoist so that, you know, we can get it up fairly high. Unbolt the transmission, get it on the stand, drain the oil out of it, get the pan off, fix the oil pan or replace it, all that good stuff. The intake's going to come off. Obviously I'm going to sell it because, again, we have this glorious thing to go on there. Don't care about superchargers. 8,000 plus RPM is way more fun. It's gonna be hot. All right, there's our first plate. Now we just gotta drill through these 2 holes here. Whew. Been drilling for like 20 minutes. Using all these as steps so far. Let's get my phone. Yeah, this stuff's pretty heavy duty, so definitely have to take it in every increment I can without cooking drill bits, but those are coming along nicely. I'm gonna clean this up right now and double check that the centers line up and that I don't have to offset anything or redo this, because this one walked a little bit, but it's still the same left and right. It's just a little bit kinked, which is okay because the mount holes on the cylinder head are actually a little bit like north and south of one another. So I'm gonna clean it up and see if it actually will like center. That'll give you an idea. So this will sit here, and then an arm will kind of come up off of this like so. And then this is where your chain will hook to. Okay. Got one more bit before I run out. So hopefully I can get this drilled. Well, that took half an hour for one hole, and it's not even big enough to receive the bolt yet. Giggity. I'm gonna take a quick breather and reconsider my options here. I might set up the drill press. This is ridiculous. This drill is about as hot as a drill should really get. And that's the biggest bit I have, which doesn't fit the 14 mil, even after doing the old Alabama Wanderer with the bit. So unfortunately I'm gonna have to cut it here for now, guys. I really would have liked to have gotten to the welding and stuff today, but no worries, we'll pick it back up tomorrow. Okay, it's now a few days later. I got a haircut, I got a nice shirt, and we're gonna do some welding. So I got the plates all drilled out. Finally, I found the right bit, and I got my drill press going. So I made quick work of these, like 3/8 holes to fit the M14. And then I cut the ear that the chain is gonna hook to. We're gonna drill a hole there, bolt through, and the chain will sort of, you know, imagine a chain holding a motor up. I tacked this on already. I'm just using the flux core welder because that's what I got right now. I'm actually buying a welder off my buddy this week. So we're gonna have a gas welder in the shop, which is gonna be great. And probably be able to do a lot more cool stuff. I'm just gonna flux core weld this, is what I got. If you clean it up well enough, you get a really nice strong weld, and we're gonna have beads along here, along the bottom, and along there. So this will not come off. Without further ado, I'm gonna get to zapping. I'll lay a couple beads along here, and we'll have ourselves our first chain mount for the engine hoist. Got a nice consistent bead, except for right there, my wire kind of frigged off. But looks like we got some good penetration. Not too shabby. All right, well that's all zapped together. It's cooling off over there in the vise. I'm gonna drill the hole for the chain, the eyelet, And then I'm gonna do the other one off camera because I just wanna get it done. And I'll show you kind of what I do with it with that bend and stuff. It might have been the more interesting one to do, but whatever. Not the best beat on the back, but I ground it down and went back over it just to, I wasn't quite happy with it. So I screwed up the last little corner and whatever. It's stuck. It ain't coming off. So I'm gonna finish this one up, drill the hole for the chain, and then I'll do the other one off camera. I'll pick this back up tomorrow, the next day. We're doing Thanksgiving today, so I got a ham, I gotta go cook. Catch up with you guys in a bit. All right, so it's been a couple days. I finished that one lift point and I got started on this and then had to go and deal with Thanksgiving. So I'm quickly gonna hammer the other one out tonight. Get this done, finish this episode, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing. This is how I have the metal. So what I'm gonna do is take this and I'll weld it to the plate I made, and then I'll figure out my angle. And then once I do that, I'll bend it. I'll just throw it in the vise and bend the opposite side. And then from there, I'll probably shoot a laser across and get where my hole is for the chain on this side, and then I'll shoot the laser level over to this side. Get that hole out. And then I'll get a perfectly level mounting point on their side. Well guys, I'm gonna leave you on a bit of a cliffhanger with that one. I'll finish test lifting the motor on the next episode. I'm really looking forward to getting this motor in the verdict. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I really hope that you join me throughout this whole process. There's gonna be some ups and downs. Obviously, I don't know everything that I'm doing, and I'm trying to figure out as much as I can along the way. This is one of the biggest projects that I've kind of undertaken, you know, my whole time with cars, really. And from here, we're gonna learn a lot, and we're gonna move on to other projects and stuff. The next episode in the garage here, we're gonna jump off this. It'll be a quicker episode. I'll introduce you to my 911 that's parked outside right now. There's a quick repair I gotta do on it, and so I'll bring you guys along for that. And then we'll be back on the 5.2 swap possibly sometime next week. Thanks again for watching. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, anything you can to help this channel grow. Share it on your Facebook page, Instagram. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram at ridiculous, whatever. I'll leave links to all that down below as well. Anyway, hope you guys have fun out there. I'll catch you next time. About why you shouldn't put a Voodoo in your Mustang. Do I care? My level of concern right here. That's about it.